Hi everybody, welcome back to another ye olde political podcast. Now that's a clue that what I want to talk about is Shakespeare. Shakespeare, in my view, is the greatest writer that's ever lived. I've been a huge fan of his works all my life, not just the plays, but also the sonnets. And I think essentially the author of those works captured so much of the human psyche, its flaws, its frailties, the good things about it, the bad things about it, our weaknesses, our strengths. Everything is there if you go and look. I mean, I've seen the plays, I've read the plays. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. So, which brings me to what I want to talk to you about, because the Globe Theatre in London, which is a fantastic place. If you haven't been to it, you really should go, assuming they let the unvaccinated in. It sits on it was essentially rebuilt on what was apparently the original site of the original Globe. So it's really, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful place to go to and hang out and see some really great art. But anyway, it's in the news because London's Globe Theatre has come under fire for giving audience members trigger warnings about, quote, upsetting themes in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, and even providing a number for the Samaritans for after the show. Oh, come on, get out of here. What is this? The Globe, which stands on the side of the Bard's original playhouse, alerts the audience before the performances that suicide, drug use, and fake blood feature in a production of the tragedy running at the Globe this summer. Theatre staff even provide audience members with a Samaritan's helpline number and details of a mental health charity, the Listening Place, in case they need emotional support after watching the play. Honestly, seriously, this society's gone on too long. I'm sick of it now. We're bring on the asteroid of death, because this is absolutely pathetic. Are people so weak? Are modern people so weak, so insipid, so lacking in any kind of ability to critically think that they need to be handed out this kind of information before and after one of the great plays, which Romeo and Juliet is, by the way? So we all know what the story of Romeo, the story of Romeo and Juliet. It's a story of star-crossed lovers whose desire to transcend the rivalries of their families fails when Romeo kills himself after wrongly believing that Juliet is dead. However, so and I mean, if you want to go through the Shakespeare plays, if you're worried about, oh my God, there's murder in it, there's cross-dressing going on in it, there's all kinds of stuff. There's murder. There's just about every aspect of things that we do that probably shouldn't do. The frailties of human nature. Nobody exposes them better than Shakespeare. You would have to have a trigger warning then before fundamentally any go and see any play. However, the Globe's measures have been branded barmy and wokeness gone mad, with Tory MP Pauline Latham saying that this is absolutely ridiculous. How have we come to this after so many years of Shakespeare? Oh, I'll tell you why, Pauline Latham, because your useless government for decades has backpedaled and refused to allow people to actually have to stand on their own 2 feet and deal with the most simple things, which is hurty tweets that they don't like, plays that have themes that they don't. If you don't like these themes, don't go to see the bloody play. Oh, by the way, on its website, the Globe actually goes on to say concerning Romeo and Juliet, it contains gunshot sound effects and the use of stage blood. If you've been affected by any of these, what you need to do is grow a pair and grow up. That's what you need to do if you've been affected by these things. It is absolutely ridiculous, and in a way, I don't like these stories in one way, because it enables some people to come on and say, well, this is just silly, isn't it? I mean, it's a silly thing and they need to get over it. But I take it much worse than that. It's not just that. This is endemic. Our whole culture is being eaten away by what we call wokeism, isn't it? I mean, it's not just Romeo and Juliet that's the issue. It's fundamentally anything, any part of our culture, anything of our literary traditions, anything going back over hundreds of years, apparently now needs trigger warnings. But they don't need trigger warnings. To issue a trigger warning is a symptom of a society which is fundamentally cancelling itself, which is the stage that we're at now. We are seeking to cancel, or some people anyway, seek to cancel our entire cultural traditions. And that's why they find the plays problematical. That's why they find figures like Churchill problematical. That's why they find our centuries-old monarchy problematical. Now, you can argue back and forth about whether you agree with those things or not, but people should have the necessary strength to handle these issues, and if they don't like them, they don't have to go to see them. But you see, where cancel culture has really come into its own regard, it started on social media. So it's okay, for example, to boot me off Twitter. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. Get rid of him. Get shot of him. But don't you understand? You set the precedent. What you are saying is we will remove things that we don't like, instead of we will just have to deal with things that we don't like. Now, we will remove them. And that's why, folks, this is a slippery road. Eventually, you will find that these individuals, and there's many of them in all kinds of positions, in all kinds of structures of organizations throughout our society, throughout our culture, they will seek to rewrite history, to erase history, to rewrite art, to and literary traditions, to do all of that. That's what's actually going on at the moment. So it's a serious issue. It's not a trivial subject. It's not just a bit of larks, the globe's being a bit silly. No, the globe is it's just emblematic of something happening at a much deeper level right across our society, and we have to stand up for it. I mean, really, if you can't suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, then you need to go and hide, probably where you are at the moment. Hide under your stairs with about 6 face masks on and haven't had about 10 different jabs. Go and do that and stop wasting and spoiling life for the rest of us. That's what I think anyway. Do let me know your thoughts.